Over to Ristolainen. Again to Sanheim. Traffic out in front of the net. Sanheim took the shot. He scores! Travis Sanheim threw traffic out in front. The Flyers have tied the game with just under 5 minutes to play in the period. Sanheim second.
Where's Waldo? I think you'll find him down at the Monte Carlo.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, PhillyWaldo here, back again with another traveling adventure. And guys, we have ourselves a good one here today. As you guys can tell by the choice of my outfit, I am on my way out to Pittsburgh for Game 5, Penguins, Flyers, Round 1, Stanley Cup playoffs, and I cannot wait. So why exactly are we starting our adventures here at Penn State? Well, as you can tell behind me here, Penn State is still in the midst of its $800+ million renovation project of Beaver Stadium. And I guess the rumors are starting to swirl up again. The commissioner of the NHL, Gary Bettman, released in a statement a few days ago saying that once the renovations are done here in the next couple of years, it's finally going to happen. Flyers, Penguins, outdoors here at Beaver Stadium, and it's going to be an epic hockey event whenever that takes place. So right now, I don't really have any plans, so we're just going to head out to Pittsburgh and see what kind of mess we can get into here tonight. So come along with me to take you to see the sights, the sounds, the smells, the eats, the boos, the cheers, and hopefully a lot more goals here tonight in Game 5 in the Wonders in Pittsburgh. Alright, just on our way out to Pittsburgh, currently in the city of Altoona. And a fun fact about people that live out in Altoona is the first location and also the headquarters for the convenience store Sheetz. And we are right now currently at what used to be the first ever location back in the late to early 50s and early 60s. And I think the original location might have been over where this store is over here, but don't book report me on that one. But I will say the people that run Sheetz, they might have to start getting worried, because in 1 week's time, the first ever Wawa location in the State College area is going to be opening up about 10 minutes or so from where I live right now. So watch out for that video and stay tuned, because it'll be a fun day in the next week or so. But all right, on to Pittsburgh. Alright guys, so we are almost to our destination. We have about another hour or so's drive away to Pittsburgh. And if you guys have followed me long enough, you'll know that a tradition of sorts that I like to do every time I come to visit this part of the state is this. And we're going to be doing that once again. I'm here in the lovely city of Latrobe. And if you want to take a glimpse over here, right here is actually the final resting place for the, in my opinion, the greatest host in all of children's television, Mr. Rogers. In fact, this is actually the area in which Mr. Rogers grew up when he was a kid. His childhood home is only like a few hours from where we're at, and there's also a park not that far from there is where they have a statue of Mr. Rogers sitting on a bench. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pay our respects here real quick and then get back on the road, because we have a hockey game to go to here tonight. So, and I know sometimes on occasion fellow visitors like to like gifts, memories of sorts for Mr. Rogers. Here's a nice letter that a fan has laid outside the door of his final resting place. So if you guys didn't watch the video from the last time I was out here in Pittsburgh, the cool thing of sorts about where Mr. Rogers is buried, not only is this the area where he grew up when he was a kid, but in this little kind of corner section, he's buried right here. Some of his relatives are also buried in this little corner plot of the cemetery, which is very, very nice. And it looks fairly new. I think there actually used to be a tree like right here to kind of give this area some shade, but I guess they originally must have ripped the tree down, and it looks like they must have spruced up the granite steps leading up towards his final resting place. So it looks very, very nice. Also, the view here is absolutely beautiful. kind of tucked in the mountains here in western Pennsylvania. So I guess without further ado, let's get back on the road. I always get a kick that every time I come out to visit Pittsburgh, that diner back there is called Dick's. I don't know why, but that always seems to be funny to me. Alright, on to Pittsburgh.
Yard also now carries sunset retractable awnings, motorizer manual, water resistant fabrics, accessories for days, and shade that cools things down. You can actually.
Alright guys, we're getting closer to Pittsburgh, and you know what that means. It's tunnel time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crazy ass kids coming knock up on your door, so let 'em in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are in Pittsburgh. Let's go. More importantly, let's eat. All right, guys, we made it to Pittsburgh, and it's time for me to get something to eat before I head over to the game. And there's one place I know in town that locals go to that's got some really good food. It's this place right here. And if you know, you know. Let's eat.
Can I have on the side? Yeah. Also a side of slaw.
Okay, so coleslaw and tomatoes on the side and a side of slaw?
Yeah.
I can do that.
Thank you.
Wow. That was some good stuff. Now it's time to head over towards PPG Paints Arena, because it's going to be game time here in a couple hours from now. Alright, I had to switch to the phone for this one because I don't think they're going to let my camera in, and plus the bag policy here is kind of weird. But I can confirm, face paint guy, Philly sports guy, Jamie, whatever you want to call him, he is in the house. And God bless him, he must be tired than a motherfucker lately. Alright, just got into the stadium. I have my ticket, and I decided first to head out to the Penguins team store. And this place is already packed. And decided to get some Battle of Pennsylvania stuff. I got the puck and the t-shirt. Most likely this will be the only kind of merch that I'll get, because I have to get the Flyers logo involved somehow. So we're gonna get this, head to our seats, and then just kind of go from there. And I so hope that Pittsburgh wears these jerseys tonight, because they've been having not the greatest of luck wearing these things. And it'll continue here tonight. All right, we're inside the arena. Warm-up should be starting up here any minute now. Let's go, boys! 5.5 minutes left in the first period. This game is getting intense. Flyers are down 1-0, which is unfortunate right now, but thankfully they still got 2 periods left to play to get things even with Pittsburgh. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is, I saw this once I got inside, and the past couple of times that I've been here, they have done the same thing. They are selling warm-up pucks from tonight. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna see if there's any left, and I'm gonna go get one. I'm probably gonna get some food, or something to drink at least, because, yeah, I think I need it, so. Holy balls, we actually scored. It is 2-1 now, in favor of Pittsburgh. Hell yeah. So there's about less than a minute left in the second period. Flyers are down 3-2. Bit of an update on the mystery puck. I did not get one. Our buddy Jamie, you guys might know as Face Paint Guy, Philly Sports Guy or whatever. He is here. Ran into a friend of his from Pittsburgh that he's been staying with throughout the week because of the draft and whatnot. And we got to know each other a little bit more and got to talking, and time flew by very quickly. And by the time I went back to see if they had any pucks left, I was all out. And it's a good thing I did miss the chance to get the pucks, because they were $75 for a warm-up puck. Yikes. So, second period's almost over, and hopefully I can get a better of a view for the third, so fingers crossed. All right, mid-second intermission thoughts. This game has been absolutely nuts. Shots on goal are pretty even. I think Pittsburgh has 3 more than the Flyers. It's a little bit lower than it's been the past few games, but that little bounce goal by Letang to close out the period here a few minutes ago, that was just unfortunate. Behind the net, went around Ladar's leg, and he just kind of like more or less pushed it in himself. It was unlucky, but third period should be starting up here pretty soon. Hopefully we can change things around, and hopefully we don't have to go back to Philly for Game 6. Also, I will say one positive thing about my experience here so far is that the Penguins sell beer sticks here too, like they do in Philly. But if you were to buy one just by itself, without having to get any beer in it, it'll cost you just $10. If you were to do the same thing in Philly, you would have to buy whatever price of beer it is, which is probably around $30. Well, that game was final score here in Pittsburgh. Penguins 3, Flyers 2. Let's get the out of here, shall we? And now here is the mass exodus from the arena. This will probably take a while. There's Jamie taking some pictures with some fans. He's always having a good time with him. Well, this is not a creepy sight at all, because minus a few of the tractor trailer trucks, and this has happened a couple times on my trip back here, I feel like I'm literally the only person on the highway. Alrighty guys, so we're back in the car. It's been a few days since Game 5. I did get home pretty late, early Tuesday morning from Pittsburgh. So I guess it's now time for our nightcap recap review of Monday night's game. And it's been a few days since Game 5. And in that time, the boys did wrap it up in Game 6 back home in Philly Wednesday night. Cam York with the OT thriller that sent South Philly into a euphoric mayhem. So the final score Wednesday night in South Philadelphia, your hometown Philadelphia Flyers defeated the in-state rival Pittsburgh Penguins by a score of 1-0. And they are moving on to round 2 against the Carolina Hurricanes, which will be kicking off here Saturday nights, which I cannot wait. That'll be a hell of a series there. But let's talk about Game 5. And honestly, I thought it was very intense and pretty good matchup. Everything was more or less even across the board. Obviously, the outcome was not in our favor. We did lose to Pittsburgh by the final score of 3-2 with a unlucky goal late in the second period by Chris Letang that went back behind the net and bounced off Dan Vladar's leg that he unfortunately kicked in by himself. But other than that, I thought it was a pretty good matchup. We did get down very early in the first period. I think they scored within like 3 minutes of the game. An early Pittsburgh goal gave them a 2-goal lead. Within about, 20 seconds later, the Flyers tallied their first goal of the game. And then with about 5 minutes left or so, Travis Sanheim tied it up at 2 goals apiece with a nice shot. Then about 2 minutes later, Chris Letang made the unfortunate lucky bounce behind Dan Vladar's leg to give the Penguins a 1-goal lead, which ended up being the outcome of the game. So the final score Monday night out in Pittsburgh in Game 5 at PPG Paints Arena, the Pittsburgh Penguins 3 and your hometown Philadelphia Flyers 2, which made the series at that point 3-2 in favor of the Flyers. But thankfully the boys wrapped it up in Game 6 in South Philly to move on to round 2, which will be facing off against the Carolina Hurricanes Saturday night at 8 o'clock
on ABC. And I think it's going to be a very good matchup this series. Well, guys, that is it for me from the Adventures Monday night in the city of Pittsburgh. Not really sure when I'm going to be seeing you guys again. Hopefully, it'll be very, very soon, I hope. But as for me, I'm going to be signing off here for now. So take care, guys. And hopefully, I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. And like always, may God bless Adam the Woo.